everybody. This is Ingrid Kerzinger, and I'm here with Ellie, and we are going to be doing pet readings today. So if you're tuning in live, then please feel free to type in your questions. If you have a pet or pets that you would like us to read for you, dogs, cats, birds, whatever they might be, we are going to be doing that today, and it'll be lots of fun. So if you are interested in a reading for yourself, that may be a different time that we can do that, but today it's all about pets. So just type in your questions and we are happy to read for you. So the first thing we're going to do is talk a tiny bit about the best things to do for your pet at home as far as being able to care for them with pet communication on your own. Now, one great thing about pet communication is just being able to read your animal, whether it's the way that they're acting, the way that they look at you, the activity that they might have changed during the day or the week. It's really important because like a baby, they can't communicate, and at least not in the way we communicate with each other. So it's really important that you pay attention to your animals' little signals that they give you. But since we're doing readings today, I would love to help you guys with understanding a little bit more about what your pet is feeling and needing right now. So if you have a question, please type that in, and we would love to answer that question for you. This is Ingrid and Ellie today, both doing readings. Another great thing about being able to read your animal, it really lets them know and feel safer with you, but it lets them know that you care about their needs. So taking the time to even hold your animal, and you can pet it, or you can, just hold it still and have your hands on it, and just imagine sending it love and healing energy and connecting with it in that physical way is wonderful. But also, while you're doing that, close your eyes while you're holding your animal, and just allow for that 5 minutes to read into the animal, let messages come. And the more you practice that, the easier it's going to be. So the first question we have is from Marty. My kitty Scarlett has been through a lot of changes the last 4 months. Is she happy, and what can I do for her right now? So why don't we start with pulling a card?
Well, is it okay if I
and you can jump in. Let's grab a card and you can start. I'm going to do this for me, so you go ahead and give your insight.
So I feel like, young cats, usually they don't really know anything else but what they're treated like. If your cat's been through a lot of changes, we have some personal experience with that. Our cat Mystic has been through a lot of changes. She went through many foster homes. But it just gave her more personality, it gave her more experience, and it made her more thankful for when she was with us, because we're here to take care of her and we're here to love her forever.
That's very good. That's good insight. I feel like that is really important to remember, that your kitty is on her spiritual journey too. Okay, so, look at the card we pulled. Cat Spirit. If you can see that. So Marty, claim your independence. So I feel like right now is really important for the kitty to kind of understand that it has like a new start. The slate is clean. And what I do find is animals and people both tend to go through similar things, because in the family you guys are connected deeply. So I feel like right now is a great time to claim your independence, to let that cat spirit that free spirit, allowing you to just do what feels right and use your instincts. But I feel like she is really in a place of starting fresh, and I feel like she is happy. She's just taking kind of a transitional time to adjust. So just be patient with her. And I see you're saying she does seem closer to you, and I feel like that has a lot to do with her just being insecure about the change, but I feel like she just needs some time. Do you have any other
I actually pulled a cat card. That's what I'm calling it, cat card. And then the card is the horse spirit. Freedom is yours.
I love that goes, the freedom is yours goes great with claim your independence. So there's definitely a theme here about having your freedom and independence at this time, the cat, and that can mean you too.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else that you were saying?
I feel like you'll eventually be starting to like fit your cat's needs and wants, because that's how everybody is with their pets, you know. When you first get a pet, you don't really know them too well, but once you get to know them, you can adjust to how they like things, like how they like to be treated, what they like to eat, that kind of thing. So just patience and time always helps with pretty much everything. So just try to be active with your cat if your cat is an active little kitty cat, which I assume they are. And just make sure to tell them you love them, because if they don't know that, then they're unsure.
Okay, so you say she's feral and has taken a while to adapt to human contact, but she's progressing. So that's great, and I feel like she is definitely getting there. I think it's not going to be long before she is trusting you completely to meet her needs, and I think that's a great thing that you're doing to bridge that gap, to bring her closer and be loved.
You're welcome. I do want to add one last thing before we talk about something, I don't know, but I just want to say that again, I believe I have some experience with a cat that's more feral and is not used to human contact, because our cat Moon didn't get a lot of human contact from us. She just doesn't like being like held, or like, I mean, sometimes she likes to be played with, but she usually hides or like runs away, but it's only because she just gets overwhelmed very easily. And it can be hard to adjust from either like being outside and it can be quieter, or it can be even louder, which can be a lot of overwhelmingness, and it can just, it kind of, I don't know, like breaks the senses in a sense. It just it makes the pet more sensitive to loud noises and things that can scare them, at least in my experience. So just that may never change, it might. Just be open to anything, and make sure you support your cat through whatever they're going through.
And you're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching us today. And I think, Marty, I feel like she's going to get there, being able to pick her up. I know for a fact, working with animals and seeing even, just watching Ellie work with animals, that reintroducing the habit of picking them up, petting them a certain way, every single day, you introduce that over and over and over again, and they just feel like that's their way of life after a while, that they adjust to it and they become calm and comfortable with it. So I have no doubt that you sticking in there and continuing to do that will help her get there. And I know she is loving your attention. All right, so Taylor, Ann, I know you had asked if you can ask about pets that have passed, and the answer is yes. I'm going to do that for you too, and Ellie will bring in her insight. But I'm happy to help you with any past animals as well.
Actually, I have some experience with like talking to animals that have passed. I had someone who I gave a reading to who wanted to ask about their cat that had passed. And you know, usually animals when they pass, they stick very close to your, just stick close to you. Whoever the owner of the cat is or animal is, they still love you even if they are gone.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's pull another card. We're going to focus on Taylor Ann now. I will hold that while we read into your dog Pandora. She was your little fox. Okay, so let's just grab this. And if you wanted to know, let's see, the deck that we're using today, the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, which Ellie got for Christmas, and it is a wonderful deck that has beautiful art, but it is very simple and easy to understand. And I recommend, if you are helping your child do readings or trying to learn yourself, these kind of decks that are simple and have something written on them is a great way to start. So it gives you some confidence. All right, so let's read into your dog Pandora. Did you have any insight, or you want to start with your card?
I feel like she doesn't really have anything separating her from most animals that have passed, which is definitely not a bad thing. It's however you want to take it. I would say it's pretty normal for your animal to just be with you and to stay connected with you after their physical body is gone. That way they can still stay with you and experience things with you and help you out when you need it. And I feel like you just need to remember, if you're ever in a tough time, just ask for your dog, Pandora, to just be there and help you with your troubles.
And I do feel like she is around you. I don't know if it was recent that she passed, because she feels like she's still very fresh in this in between worlds. Like she's still very much present with you. And I do also feel a lot of energy there, like she is trying to keep you going, keep you full of energy and life and moving forward, trying to motivate you to do more, whether it's exercise or moving forward from kind of being held back by what feels like grief or sadness. I feel like she's trying to help you keep going, and she is right next to you, as if like, come on, try to keep up, like she's really trying to help you on your life path right now. She also feels like she's doing more, has more influence on you now in the spirit world, that you can feel her more now, and you aren't so distracted by other things, that when you feel her, you feel her. So it's a much stronger connection I feel like she has. I pulled the Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan, and I feel like that has a lot to do with her having a plan around helping you on the other side. So I don't know if she left early and wasn't with you that long, but I do feel like she was more interested in being a spirit guide for you. Let me know if you have any questions around what we said, or if that was helpful for you. What card did you pull?
I pulled the Sandpiper Spirit. Be playful. And I feel like that can mean a lot. But what I'm getting from it is that your dog wants you to enjoy your life, just like a dog would, because dogs are very playful usually. I feel like your dog was very active. So I think your dog's trying to tell you to be like her, to have less cares and to be happier. Just try to focus on what you want to do rather than what people want you to do.
I think that's great advice. I do feel like there is, like she's a little guru. she has a lot to give. So I love that you can feel her energy around a lot and that she is able to help you from the other side. So that is a real blessing. Animals are so important in our lives because I feel one of the main things they do is keep us connected to the earth, to the natural part of ourselves, our instinctual part, the part that feels the ground and the wind on our face, and how the natural rhythms of the moon and the oceans and the movements in the earth, how they are all part of us. We can see how different all of animals are, all the different parts of nature compared to humans. They all have such a natural rhythm and connection with the earth, where we are very intellectually based and not always very connected. But once we do, if you've ever taken a walk out in the forest or barefoot on the grass or breathing some really great oxygen in like Oregon or something, you'll feel a sense of peace, a sense of connection with all things, and realizing that we live in this cement jungle all the time and how unnatural that is. And it can cause depression, anxiety, disconnection, a feeling of not having purpose, because we're surrounded by things that are not natural. So having animals in the house, it's like they're little gurus. They're telling us, look, this is what you need to be doing. You need to remember who you are. You need to remember that there's so much more to life, than what you're doing right now on a daily basis. And they can help us remember how to play, how to have fun, how to relax. So it's important to remember all of that as well. So if anybody else has any questions, we're going to be here for a few more minutes about their pet in particular, or if they have another question about something we've already talked about. All right, we have a question from Carmen. Would you be able to connect with my dog's son? He had a rescue of his own, and when his dad's dog passed, he took that dog as well as his, and has also passed.
You said dog's son. You mean son's dogs.
Son's dogs. Sorry. So I'm sorry about the loss of the pets. I mean, again, I do feel them always still here. Their presence is always very clear, that they are eternal, but it is hard when you lose anyone. So, your son's dog, all right, and if you have a name, that would be great. Your son's dog's name. I would love to have that.
I think it's multiple dogs.
Well, we'll start with that dog first. But both names would be great, yes, for both dogs. And I keep thinking that's the deck. Let's get the deck.
I keep thinking the dog was back there.
Let's put the deck here so it's a little easier for me to grab.
Yes,
Okay, so I'm going to just grab one of these. And I'm going to grab one for each dog. There's two.
Roscoe? Okay.
Okay, so Roscoe is your son's dog. Okay, so we're going to start with him. Okay, so the card I got for Roscoe, Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. Eagle Spirit. I do feel like he has a very hefty energy, like a very strong protective energy, and that it has kind of this encompassing, nurturing, like holding the whole family. So I feel like that's continuing. He's still very much trying to protect and watch over everyone, especially your son. So I do see that energy there, but I don't see him necessarily walking with him as much as just that energy is there and he's just there like sitting or guarding, guarding him. What do you feel about Bosco?
Roscoe. Mr. Dogs. Roscoe.
Okay.
I feel like Roscoe is what you described, more of a protector to the family, to family members who enter your family members who leave your family, just a protector of sorts. And I feel like, on the note of Bosco, I feel like Bosco is more of protective over one individual. Your dad, I believe, or...
So Roscoe is the son's dog, and then Bosco's the dad's dog.
Yeah, I feel like he's protective over his dad, because I'm not sure. Every dog has a different personality. Every dog has a different spirit, and I feel like Bosco is dedicated to protecting one individual, while Roscoe is trying to protect your family from any harm.
They definitely both have a very different energy. The one I'm pulling a card for Bosco now, and that is Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful. I love that card. So the two of them, both of these are very airy and have to do with the wind and air element. They also are slightly different in what they do. I do feel Bosco is someone who was about transformation or being there through his master's transformation, your son's dad. And I feel like he was there to help him through some difficult times, help him through some changes that he made through his life. And when his job was done, he felt, that he could move on from then. But I do feel like he did some very important things. He was there when he was needed. And his energy is a little bit lighter and has a lot more kind of chaotic energy, like goes everywhere, where Roscoe has more of a sturdy kind of energy.
Okay, I think I was mixing dogs because that's what I felt for Bosco, so I assume it was just...
Okay. All right, so...
I do have a
go ahead and
this
pull
is
yours.
for Roscoe, I believe. It's the Ant Spirit, Time to Collaborate.
It looks like it has both of them. There's two. Maybe it's for both of them. I think they work together.
I feel like they're just like this picture. They work together in kind of a harmony to make sure that everyone is safe.
They just had very different jobs, but they both work together really well for a greater cause. And I think that was to help, support, protect their owners. So thank you, Carmen, for tuning in. I hope that was helpful for you. Mm-hmm. And we have another question here by Lacey.
Oh, we missed one.
This is the newest one right here.
Trust me. How do I get to it?
Well, let's do Lacey's, and I'll go look at it.
Yeah, because it was right after this one. It was a similar situation, but not quite.
Nope, that was it. I think that's when you were saying.
It was about the dog's aggressive brother had to be put down because it was attacking the other dog. Okay,
well, let me take a look here. Sorry, guys, we're just trying to pull up your question.
It's before that one.
I'm gonna have to pull this up because now it disappeared. Yeah. I have to be quick. I have to be quick to make it work. Okay. Sorry, for some reason it is not showing us the question, so just bear with us. All right. Okay.
Oh. From Marty.
We already did Marty's.
No, it's my son.
Marty has another one. Okay. So we'll go back to Marty's after Lacey. So Lacey, let's see. I've been communicating telepathically with my 2 feline fur babies over the last 2 months. We adopted them maybe 7-8 months ago, and they have really opened up and blossomed. I would love to hear what the cards say. Their names are Raja and Maya. All right. So you have been working on your pet communication, which is wonderful. I always recommend people do that. Try to communicate with their pets as much as possible. All right, so let us pull cards for Raja and Maya. First of all, there's a lot of different types of support that animals give. Sometimes an animal will be there to simply help you relax. It's very nurturing. Some are like guardians and they're protective. Sometimes that they're there for you to take care of and give you a sense of bring out the best in you and help you to become all that you can be by helping them. Like they may have a problem, like physical problems or things where you have to give them medicine, and it's really about helping you grow. So and it can be all of them at once, but it's great to understand what your animal's purpose is and what they're doing for you and how you can better serve them as they serve you. So the first one is going to be for Raja, and I'll turn that off. The first one is Otter Spirit, you are never alone, and that's Raja. I do feel like this one is more of a cuddly bear. I feel like he's playful. He loves having a companion. I think that's very important for him. He doesn't like to be alone. And he also has a very strong ability to read you, to be able to tell what's going on with you. And you may find him kind of staring at you or looking at you in a way that he's like trying to read you and understand who you are. So I think that is something that he just does naturally. He's just very intuitive. And your other one is Maya, and this is Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. So I get this for Maya, and I feel like she's more of an independent spirit and has a lot of energy, but I think that she doesn't mind being alone. In fact, I feel like she does try to get her own space, her own time, but he is maybe always trying to get her attention or wants to be around her. So that does cause a lot of like sometimes a playful playing, but some aggression on both their parts. Like she's like, leave me alone, and he's like, no. Anyway, I do feel like that they do love each other and love you very deeply. All right, what were you gonna add?
I feel like this is just like our cats. Mystic's always trying to play and trying to interact with Moon, while Moon is always trying to get away from her and trying to have her own peace. And I feel like my first thought was that they work best together, but I feel like they work best together spiritually, not necessarily together.
Physically.
Together. I feel like they're the two twins of just like they work best when they're together. You know, they're meant to be there, both of them, with you. If it was just one of them, you wouldn't be able to achieve your goals, do the things you need to do.
All right, and what did you pull that you wanted to share?
This one's for Raj, I believe. It is the Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide.
Mm-hmm. That's a great message.
I'm not too sure about this one, but let me think about it for a second.
I do feel like he's very protective, and he can help you. Like if there's things that you want in your life, I feel like his energy can help contribute to creating those things.
And I feel like it says here the abundant universe will provide, and I feel like he makes a difference in your universe and makes it, well, abundant. I feel like he makes it better and like healthier for you.
And then what is your other one for Maya?
And this is for Maya. It's the White Raven Spirit. Trust in the magic.
Ooh, I like that. That shows how different they are too.
Mm-hmm.
Earth and air.
So I feel like from that card, I feel like Maya is a very light spirit, very just someone you can enjoy being around. And I feel like she tries her best to comfort you and be there for you. And I feel like you need to just trust her that she knows what she's doing sometimes. If you ever doubt, what is she doing? Why is she doing that? It's always for a reason with her. She wants you to either appreciate things, stop and appreciate things. She wants you to think about things, rethink things. She's always trying to get you to do something to help you. While Raja is always doing things to help you. So it's more...
He's more focused on you, and she's more focused on what she needs to do. But I feel like they both really contribute to your life, and it looks like you're saying that's perfect. They're so entirely different. All right, well, great. I hope we were helpful today and gave you a little insight. And keep up that great pet communication work. The more you do, the better you get at it. And they really do appreciate it.
And I feel like cats tend to work this way, where they're always yin and yang. Whenever I imagine yin and yang, I always imagine two cats, always in a circle, just constantly moving and changing. And I feel like that's kind of what cats are. If you get two cats, that's usually what they'll be like, I would assume. Or it can be yin and yin or yang and yang, but you'll probably be the one that balances out. If they're yin, you're probably going to be...
I don't know why this is going on here. Okay, sorry about that. It's a very popular hour that we have right now. So let's grab another card. We are going to pull for Marty. Her son's dog Jake was put down due to aggressive behavior toward the other dog. So
can I add something straight away?
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lack of communication between the dogs and between yourselves. And I feel like the brother dog actually has something underlying. I'm not quite sure what it is. I feel like that dog is more protective. And I feel like Jake is just... I feel like Jake had a real rough time, and I feel like his brother took it a lot better than he did.
I do feel like he's doing well on the other side. The card I pulled was Koi Fish Spirit. There is always enough. There is always enough, and that to me is giving me two messages. One is, I feel like he lived the life that he was meant to, and he left when he was going to leave. So I do feel like it all played out the way it was supposed to, and he was very peaceful with that. The other aspect of that, there's always enough, means that there is a place for everyone. And I do feel like he could have been okay in another home and trained by someone else, and maybe being an only dog. So he could have had a different type of situation happen. But I do feel like, things go the way they're supposed to go. So a situation like that can be very difficult, especially when you have kids, when you have a family where you want to protect your family, make sure everybody is comfortable, safe, and to keep the peace in your house. So people make decisions that can be very hard. But I feel like he is very much still hanging around, and I feel like the other dog can actually still feel him and tell, but they can't fight anymore. I feel like it's actually a positive thing, but he is still very much trying to protect and watch over the family. What do you have?
I have the card, the Giraffe Spirit. See the big picture. it was more what I was talking about, I believe. It's more about the truth behind the situation. What caused your dog to be aggressive, and basically what you can kind of watch out for with a long giraffe neck, if you will. I feel like you could only see partially what was happening between them, mainly because we can't really communicate to them in a way we can communicate to other humans about what their problems are and about what they're doing. And I feel like at night there were lots of things that happened that you didn't know about because it was nighttime and you were probably asleep.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of inner workings, communication between animals that people don't really understand. But I do feel like everybody, still made the best decision for, that's everybody is finding peace with it, and that it's okay at this point moving forward for everybody in the family that they have peace with it as well. But I feel like he is happy and running around, and he has no limitations on how far he can run. So it's really a beautiful thing to be on the other side. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. That's all the time we have. And remember to tune in next time we have a live reading. And remember, we do have, I have my Positive Impact Project show coming up on Sunday, 4 o'clock Central Time, with another guest that you're going to love. So please make sure you check back with that and see our shows coming up in the future. Thank you all, and give your animals all a big loving hug and kiss for us. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.